Hello, hello. Let's just start with light music. I want people. We hire a bunch of musicians, so they create a song specifically for this investment.
60 doors, one sweet plan, Texarkana, take my hand, brick and charm in every line, built for living, built for shine, room to grow, room to stay, love can rent the everyday, corner views and steady gain, hearts and numbers in the frame, come on close, take a look, every detail's on the book, easy promise, strong appeal, this is how a future feels, come invest, come smile, stay a little while, 60 units open wide, romance on the inside, come invest, come smile, Texarkana style, good returns, sweet embrace, meet your future face to face, come invest. Morning light on polished floors, neighbors walking through the door, simple laughs and steady flow. That's the kind of love we know. For the buyers, for the town, something lasts can settle down. If you want a place that grows, this is where the warm wind goes. See the map, feel the spark, built for daylight, built for heart. Clearer vision, better sense, beauty with the confidence. Gone invest, come smile, stay a little while, 60 units open wide, romance on the inside, come invest, come smile, Texarkana style, good returns, sweet embrace, meet your future face to face, come invest. Picture keys in open hands, shared belief and solid plans. One more step, then we begin. Let the good life move on in. Come invest, come smile, stay a little while. 60 units open wide, romance on the inside.
All right. That was a song for this investment property. How? Because we love AI. That's what it does. For free, by the way. Well, all right. Let's just start serious business after this music.
That song was created for entertainment purpose only. If you have any problems, you can contact your local musicians and ask them questions.
That's right. That's right. All right. So we can cut this presentation. Actually, no, we cannot cut this. We can combine. We can do the short version, which might take 4.5 minutes, so people will know, and then we can get into details. I hope that nobody will refuses that. So let's just start with another specific short video about this investment. Let me just start it.
This video introduces an investment opportunity in the Pines at Richmond, a 60-unit workforce housing acquisition located in Texarkana, Texas. The project offers a 7% preferred return and a projected annualized return of 17 to 20%, with a target closing date of September 15th, 2026. Please note.
Oops. Sorry.
And press the full screen as well.
No. Just a second.
Little technical issues.
Ay.
Each deck.
Yeah. Just 1 second.
and open the full screen.
This video introduces an investment opportunity in the Pines at Richmond, a 60-unit workforce housing acquisition located in Texarkana, Texas. The project offers a 7% preferred return and a projected annualized return of 17 to 20%, with a target closing date of September 15th, 2026. Please note this legal disclaimer. This video is for informational purposes only and does not constitute an offer to sell securities. All investments involve risk, and interested parties should review the full private placement memorandum before making any financial decisions. The team behind this acquisition includes Roman Kersner, the managing partner at Realty Genie, LLC, who oversees strategy and deal execution, and operating partner Alexander Kislitsky, who manages day-to-day property operations and improvements. The management team is further supported by Tim Lovelace, Inessa Galuzina, and Sergio Menino. Each brings specialized experience in real estate syndication, accounting, information technology, and asset management to ensure the project's success. The team holds an unfair advantage in Texarkana due to their established local presence. This includes deep market intelligence, existing vendor relationships, proven property management performance, and a strong network of local brokers for future opportunities. Texarkana offers a strong micro-location for this investment. Market highlights include a growing city population of over 36,000, a median household income of over $50,000, and a decreasing crime trend, making it a stable environment for workforce housing. The Pines at Richmond is a 60-unit workforce housing community featuring classic, older vintage construction. The site is well positioned near schools and retail, with planned operational improvements for the pool, fitness center, and laundry amenities. The unit interiors feature large, spacious floor plans, ideal for workforce families. The current plan involves a moderate renovation strategy to gradually increase rents, targeting a two-bedroom rate of approximately $1,199 per month. Community amenities are a focal point for operations. Following the acquisition, the team plans to modernize the fitness center and ensure all facilities, including the swimming pool and private laundry, are fully functional to boost occupancy and reputation. The market analysis shows a solid foundation for this workforce housing asset. With a stable employment landscape and local job growth in key sectors like trade and healthcare, the property is well positioned to serve the median income rental demographic. VLS Holdings carefully assesses potential risks, including infrastructure needs for older buildings, local rent ceilings, and macroeconomic headwinds. These risks are mitigated through conservative underwriting, strong debt coverage, and a focus on essential workforce housing. For a $100,000 investment, this offering provides a 7% preferred return over a 5-year hold period. The waterfall structure prioritizes the return of capital to limited partners before cash flow is split between the sponsor and the investors. The capital stack is composed of a $2.25 million loan assumption and $1.3 million in investor capital. This structure leverages a long-term, fixed-rate debt position with strong debt service coverage, providing a stable foundation for the project's execution. Risk mitigation strategies include conservative vacancy assumptions, clear execution levers for operations, and substantial capital reserves. The project is designed to be resilient, even in the event of moderate revenue declines. The exit strategy focuses on a sale in year 5, with alternatives such as refinancing or a potential portfolio sale. This approach allows for flexibility based on market conditions, ensuring the team remains responsive to opportunities to deliver value to investors. VLS Holdings prioritizes investor transparency through comprehensive quarterly reporting. Investors receive detailed profit and loss statements, balance sheets, and rent rolls within 45 days of quarter end. Additionally, quarterly distributions are paid out, and all documentation is securely accessible through the online investor portal. This is an exclusive investment opportunity with limited availability on a first-come, first-served basis. With a minimum investment of $50,000, we invite you to secure your allocation today. Please contact Roman Kersner or Alexander Kislitsky, or visit the VLS Holdings portal for more information.
All right. That was a short version of that, and I hope that you will enjoy the longer one. Let me just try to bring it up, and I'll start sharing our screen so we can all look at the same thing, and you will be happy to see it, and hopefully you will have a lot of questions. You should feel by now that we absolutely fascinated by this opportunity. We love it, and we put that love and dedication to this presentation. So hopefully it will work. We know it will. All right. Just a second. All right. There we go. So Pines and Richmond. It's Texarkana, Texas. It's a nice working class community and really nice property to be involved with. Legal disclaimer, I don't want to spend too much time on that. Basically, it's our protection that we're not responsible for any tax advices. We're not giving it. We're not giving any financial advices. Everyone should consider and consult their own tax advisors and accountants. So I don't want to spend time on the team because you already heard that. And our track record shows what we actually have. It's a partial track record. That's the properties that we have in different locations. It's also include 22 units in Texarkana that we purchased last year, and it's working really good. We do have properties in Illinois. We do have properties in different parts of Illinois. Overall, we have more than 25 years of experience between all managing partners, and basically we do have unfair advantage in this location because we already established, and this is very important, that we already in this city. Alex, please. Yep.
Yes, since we have that 22-unit apartment complex, which we purchased last year, we have very great management company, Remax, and they are already managing our existing property, and they had a presence on this property. Actually, we send them take a look what we're buying. We ask their opinion, what they thinking, and they really like this property, and they mentioned that there's like a lot of potentials, as well as on our previous property, the one they managing right now at the current point, 22 units. Our our expense ratio is 23%/25 month-over-month operation. And we really have a great presence in this city. And the way we get in the property, that's basically from our great relationship with the local broker. And this is it for this part. Roman, can we keep going?
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Texarkana is not primary, not secondary. It's tertiary market on the border between Texas and Arkansas. That's the name that's it coming from. The only thing that I know about why this town is really famous in the United States, because the post office, it's only one post office in the United States that serves 2 states, actually. As you can see, the property not that far from Texarkana College is a couple blocks off, so positioning location-wise, it's even better than what we're having right now. It's considered to be a C+ neighborhood. The population is represents mid-size, small size, with MSA population about $146,000. I'm sorry, 146,000 people. Income, we checked it already, so income-wise, we're good because we don't want people who makes less than $45,000 a year income to be our tenants. It shows kind of slight population growth and crime, which is obviously questioned from everyone and every city. Crime goes down by 18% year-over-year. It has also in the proximity of this property, it has a lot of retail and commercial facilities. That's what we like because people will be there. That's how the property looks like. It's a garden style, plus it's a condominium, like a townhomes, separated townhomes. It also has an amenity like a swimming pool, which is another point of attraction. and everything is in running condition. The look of the property's interior, that's the typical one. That we took this picture actually from the current management company posting on the apartments.com, which they marketed for the rent. All 60 units are comprised of 2 bedrooms. The only difference is the size and number of bathrooms. It's between 1.5, and 2 bathrooms. Everything else doesn't require too much of maintenance and looks good so far. We will be on the way to Texarkana probably next week or week after to meet with inspection crew. So we will order inspection and we will get that report. So for those who will be interested to follow up, we can present and provide information based on that finding from the inspection. We think that we can walk through all the units, even though that we will be asking our inspection team that we already know they're doing a great job. And we love them. We love them. They will be doing like probably 50-60% of the units. That what looks like from outside. The picture is just for information purposes. It's not actual picture of tool. Yeah, it shows like not actual picture. What we're trying to do, we're trying to reach occupancy by 90%, because right now the occupancy is 77%, and that's the key for this opportunity, and I will explain why. That's another market analysis. Basically, you just saw it on the presentation, on the video and slide presentation slides before that. It has a moderate employment growth, moderate unemployment around 4%, and it looks solid. So every possibility involved risk, and that's what we include in our underwriting. So the risk is because the property is a little bit older than what we want to, but it's still latest 1985. But in this case, we include capex budget for $100,000, and we think that it should be sufficient, because the management company who brought contractors, they said that every unit that's vacant probably needs about $5,000 to $6,000 for renovation. The beauty of the acquisition is we have current loan. The sellers have current loan at 5.53% with 6 years remaining interest only period, which is great because we can provide cash flow possibly in the first day one. I would say we can do that day one for simple reason. We did that risk stress analysis, and the property will benefit investors even at the vacancy about 29%, and at the rent increase at 0 for next 3 to 4 years. So it still have a good meat on the bones. So how that looks like from investment standpoint, I would say I can start, and Alex can explain for those who are not familiar with that terminology. At $100,000 investment, we would offer 7% preferred return, which means that investors will get money before anyone else after paying all the debts. After 5 years, 3 to 5 years, depending on the conditions and environment and economy, we can either sell it or we can refinance it and pay out to the investors. Alex, can you explain the cash flow strategy and
Yeah,
split?
sure. Yeah, absolutely. There's 2 parts, 7 and 1730. So basically 70% that's like LP, limited partners, who literally get in the passive investment. They have 70% of the deals, and 30% that's a JP, it's a general partners who does operate the deal, who fund the deal, close the deal, and having operational communication with the management company, as well as any repairs. So just to easy breakdown, for example, you put in $100,000. Preferred return 7%. That's basically cash on cash return, which you're gonna be getting a year, but distribution is gonna take place quarterly. So 7,000 cash. That's what you get in return of your investment yearly for the period of 5 years, because we're buying this apartment for 5 years. The best part, that's overall you get in 17 to 20% projected analyzed return. That's basically 7% preferred return plus the rest it's equity position. Let's assume we're talking about the number 20%. So 7% cash on cash and 13% equity position a year. So round number, you getting 20,000 a year. 20,000 times 5, it's 100,000. So you're getting back $100,000, and overall you're making on this deal 100K on top. Overall.
All right. So just one.
Pretty much it.
Yeah, sorry for interruption. I just want to make clear that 70-30 splits is equity splits between limited partners, which is passive investors, and us general partners who doing day-by-day operation. That's us. Sources and uses. That's how much we have to raise, basically $1.3 million. Primary debt, that existing loan at 2.256. Investors capital, that's $1.3 million that we want to put down, and that's what we're raising. Closing cost, all line items you can see there, and we can even include initial capital improvements, capex for $100,000, and operating reserves that's required by the lender. Okay. So we did our underwriting and our analysis based on a very conservative approach. Our management will take 10%. They said that they can operate this property without additional payroll, which is true, because it's 60 units is presented like borderline when you can or cannot bring someone on a salary. Our underwriting based on 14%, that's what we based our numbers from, but I believe that we can do much better. And like I said, the stress test shows that we will be all right even with 29%. And DSCR, for those who don't know, DSCR, debit service credit ratio, that's the requirements from the lender. We start working with existing lenders, and they happy to have us as a partners, because first of all, it's a so-called agency loan, Freddie Mac loan, and I'm qualified and approved by Freddie Mac on another property, so they're happy to work with us. Plus, it happens to be that we know the lenders personally. That's another exit strategy, shows you how we can do it. Either we will refinance in the year on 3 to 5. We can sell it individually, or we can sell it as a portfolio with our existing properties that we already have. How are we going to communicate with the investors? It's probably quarterly reports. We're not shying away from any communication, text messages, emails, anything, phone calls. People will have access to our Wellness Holding investor portal that we can provide, and we can be reached because it's 24/7 for us. We're not hiding. We're not running. We put our money in this project already, because probably you don't know, but maybe you do. We had to put at least 1% of our own money. We cannot raise it. We cannot use money from our investors. So we will be spending our money. It's more than $30,000 we already put in. We already spending money on inspection. We will be traveling there, and that's our skin in the game at this point. And that's the final one. You can, if you want, you can take the QR code. You can write down. You can take the picture of this slide. the minimum investment is $50,000. It doesn't mean that we will be shying away from less or more. But for people who will put like 25,000, probably they will not feel that 7% cash on cash. I'm not sure. I'm not the one who's gonna judge. But 50,000 pretty much standard investment. Obviously, we're looking for more because we as any investors, we don't want to deal with 55 different people. It's gonna create the mess. And just because of that, our distribution will be quarterly, once per quarter. So that will be it. That's a short version of our presentation. Hopefully, you have a lot of questions that we can answer. If we not be able to answer, we'll tell you that. We're open for anything that you want to know. Hello?
Hello, Jonathan here. I have a question. So when you say 17 to 20% return, now that's an annual basis?
Yeah, it's annualized, right?
Annual. So 7% plus 17 to 20% regular operations, correct?
Right.
And
That's-
what's the percentage for the for management?
It's a 30%, 70-30 split.
Okay, right.
But yeah, and it's if we will be selling, so you will get your money back plus your 70%. It's called waterfall.
Correct.
So, and 30% will go to us. That's how we're making money.
Right. But is it 30% off the top or 30% after the split?
No, it's a 30. It's after distribution.
After.
Mm.
So for instance, you know, every deal is different. Sometimes you see, let's say the sale was $5 million, right? And out of the $5 million, first goes the 30%, and then whatever's left over is split.
No, we will return your investment of, let's say, $100,000, and like 1.3 in this case. And if the property will sell for 4.5, so we'll have about $900,000 in overall property overall overall profit, and that 900,000 will be split 70-30.
Got
So-
it. The profit.
Yeah, for easy to understand, let's round the number. Let's, for example, we're talking 1 mil, 300,000 goes to JP, 700,000.
Understood.
All right. All right. John, I know that you always have a question. Sonny, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for your presentation. How old is this property? When was it built?
It's 1985.
Okay.
It's 1985.
How much is it?
It's 3.25 purchase price.
Okay, is this a assumable loan?
It is a assumable loan.
Okay.
We have to be qualified for assumption. And it's not an easy process. But like I mentioned, it's easier since we already have pre-existing conditions.
Also, part of our contract about like the loan have to be assumable. If the loan is not assumable, we're not
It's
getting
not
the
gonna
deal.
work.
This number's not going to work. Assumable, right now, assumable loan with the maturity date is another 5 or 6 years left, and their rates over there 5.525, if I'm correct.
5.53, right?
Okay. With this number, all the numbers working numbers, and we all making money. If the loan is not assumable and we need to get other loan, the deal is not going to work. We're not going to be able to distribute the money, so we're going to be pull out the plug from this deal.
Remaining 5 to 6 years, it means interest only. So how are we going to use this time for interest only payment? So we're not going to reduce the amount of original mortgage, but we'll have time to increase the income because we can improve the occupancy. We can bring it up to 90% and it will be working fine. So in 3 to 5 years, the property will look different. And that's what our experience shows anyway. And we can refinance based on the numbers at that time.
Correct. Plus, it's a organic growth as
Yeah,
well.
we're not doing anything crazy. We're not increasing any rents by this year, and year over year 3%, not a lot.
And since since this property, the city is a Texarkana, we're not talking about over speculating big cities where the real estate can make a big turn. Here, everything goes nice and easy. It's organic. That's why I say it's a
Yeah,
working class.
it's 2.5 hours from Dallas.
Not
And
over pump market.
yeah, and it's 2.5 hours from Dallas and 2.5 hours from Arkansas. I forgot which one.
Arkansas, it's right there. It's like on the border,
Yeah.
basically.
Capital of Arkansas. I forget which one.
Another good thing.
Little Rock. I'm sorry, Little Rock.
Another good thing, there's like a college right like what is it, like 7 or 10 minute drive. Also, there's a strip mall over there, like 5 minute drive. So we're in the right location.
Yeah.
Any more questions? Tani?
Very good. Very good. All right. What else we can tell you about it? We signed the contracts on July 15th. We should be on the. We have 30 days due diligence. That's if we will pass that time, our money can get hard. It means that we'll stay with the seller no matter what it will be for outcome. But what we do have in our contracts, the due diligence time will start only when we will receive all the due diligence documents. It means it didn't start it technically, it didn't start it yet, but it will start tomorrow because finally, 20 minutes prior to our meeting, the broker sent us final documents that were missing. So technically tomorrow we're going to start 30 days countdown, and it's really the time will fly fast. So we have to do a lot of things. What we'll have to do, we have to inspect the property, we have to form LLC, we have to open accounts, we have to prepare syndication documents, and it's all coming out of our packet. It's at this point, all risk is on our side. Hello, John. John.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
So if I am correct, you said it's the occupancy is 70 what?
77%.
So how are you gonna be able to get it to? Because I know when we are learning, we're supposed to have like 85. So how do you go around it? How do you go?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Good question. Thank you. The confidence comes from not only from our experience, but also it comes from what we see on the management side. The management of this property doesn't do anything for the last 5-6 months, and it shows. When we ask our manager to show up and meet with current management, they even didn't know which units are vacant, which units are occupied. So to our experience, when the units is vacant, at least first thing that management should do, they should clean it up. All of those vacant units full of garbage. So they didn't touch that unit. So they put people on the payroll. They get in payroll from the current investor, current owners, and it's a regional real estate office. They don't know anything about the property, period. And that's not only my observation and Alex's observation and our management observation, but it happens to be that we know the seller. It's a small world, and we can talk to the seller directly. And when we spoke with the seller back in May or April, he said, I asked him, why do you sell it? And he said, because of management, we cannot take it. And we want to take the money that we will make. And actually, they're not going to make a lot of money because you can calculate existing loan is 2.25 and we buy 3.2. So they had to put about 30% down. So they're not making a lot of money. But that's what they want to do. They want to take the money and go to the bigger projects. I know all of them, but management it's a problem. So that's why with experience of our management and contractor who already was there, who went to and see all those vacant units, it's not a big deal at all. Because property cannot be rented out because it's not rent ready. So nobody did anything. That's what I'm saying. It's not because it's a hard to rent it out. It's not the hard. We have 90+% occupancy in our other property all the time. And what is a little bit more interesting in our experience, in Texarkana, in 22 units, we have 3 out of 22 using as Airbnb. And Airbnb gives us a little bit interesting twist because we at the first we didn't want Airbnb to be part of our community because it might create different tenant base. We didn't want anyone to go and stay there overnight. So we asked our management to rent it out for not less than 1 week. So it's a working people who have some sense to be there. Otherwise, it will destroy the idea. And so far, if the Airbnb is 50% occupied, it's more than enough to cover all year. And that's what we will be trying to on this property because it's close to the college. Because the idea is the parents and students might be using Airbnb, professional teachers, and so on and so forth. That's why our confidence level is a little bit higher than it should be. I guess we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
And at the top of it, if you're talking about Airbnb, if it's a simple Airbnb, the management company takes about 30% of the management fee. Our management company include Airbnb as a regular 10% management, which is great.
Wow, that's good.
And also, the time we're gonna go do an inspection, that's gonna be an inspection company over there, and I'm gonna be there personally inspecting every property. I have over 17 years in experience in the construction industry. I also built already 17 single-family houses from ground up, and I've done over 20-something fixer-uppers. So I know a little bit about the properties from 0 to 100.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be taking pictures, videos.
So all the information that we'll get, that we can present to people who might be interested. Toshiba, go ahead.
Hi, I have a question. So basically, I'd like to know what's the loan amount costing monthly now, and then what are the rents that are coming in? So I just want to know idea of where we're at with the rents that are coming in. Yeah.
Okay. The loan amount, which is kind of easy to calculate, at 5.53, 2.5, it's about $10,000 a month. It's like 940, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So average rent right now is about $820. The market rent is more than $1,000. So if you will take the existing one and cash flow, let's say $45,000, $10,000 will go to the mortgage payment. About I forget how much we allocate for taxes and insurance. It's not that much anyway, and 10% management fee. So we should be within 30% of expense ratio.
Thank you.
Yes, I mentioned before that our other property we have 23/25%.
Yeah, and it's as a result of our job before we bought it, because when we were buying this property, we used the same inspection company, and we put all those defects as a request to the seller with the question, either you will fix it or you will pay for that. So the seller decided to fix it, and it was not really any major disasters on the property since we purchased it. It's already fourth quarter that we have that property. It's consistently working. Nothing is broken. Regular maintenance, nothing special. One or two replaced air conditioners and refrigerator. That's about it.
We have a question. I'm gonna read it. Okay, it's in the chat room. Jonathan is asking, do you have current financials for 2025, 2026 up to Q2 and also projected? Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. Because it's all part of the bank's requirement, and we just actually got some of the, like they still sending us documents, but yes, we do at this point. We all wrapped up. We do have those documents.
Yeah. So overall, we should be rent roll should be a little bit north of $50,000 per month.
And also
right now it's 45, so it's not really hard to achieve because we put, like, let's say, the way how we think, if the property rented out for $1,000, so we're not gonna rent it for $1,000, we're gonna rent it for $950. So that's the amount I know that we can bring to the bank. So that's our thinking, how we calculate it. And then we can raise rent by 3% year over year. It's not a big difference, but it's big difference for the renters, for the tenants.
Right. And also we do have everything projected. Yes, absolutely, because we buy the property for 5-year period, and we do have a plan what we do in the first year, what we do in second, third, fourth, and fifth one, and how this how distributions is going to take place, how everything going to go, and
and we have no problem showing you our underwriting. We will be more than happy to share it with you, whoever will be interested. So you will see our level of risk takers and how conservative we are.
We also can show later on, what's our basically stress point.
Yeah. Sunny, is your hands are still up? You have a
I think he's driving. Maybe he didn't.
Okay, doesn't know.
Oh, he's at work. I think he's driving.
I saw him driving, right? All right.
I have a question and a comment.
Sure.
Like you were talking about the management. What are those people in the place? I just forgot the name. Joe, you remember who stay in the apartment?
The management is a Remax.
I think it's management. We are talking about management.
No, the people that stays there that manage the property, like we saw in our property, we're looking for.
You're talking about handyman? No.
No, the manager, the lady who manage the property.
No, for 60 units property. For 60 units property. Right now, the current owners paying about $50,000 or $45,000 as a payroll. After a long discussion with our management company, they said that they can operate without payroll, so they will not put anyone for the salary. But on our underwriting, we include, even though that she said that we can operate without it, we put extra $30,000 as a payroll, just in case.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah.
So my question is, have you checked the CapEx improvement for this property since 1985?
1985, right?
Yeah. So have they done any roof, AC, and all that?
That's the reason, Sonny. That's the reason for us to be there during the inspection. That's the reason for us to pay for inspection. They can check the roofs and they can check the sewage lines with the scope. That's what you usually do.
Okay.
Right. We don't bind the problems.
Our idea is not to buy other people problems to become our problems. We buy the business that we want to operate. That's it.
Yeah.
But great question. Thank you. Thank you, Sonny.
Yeah. And I know we love that inspection company because last time we did 22 units, they came at 9 o'clock. Usually when it comes, because we have experience with the inspectors, it's coming like 2, 3 guys. They walking through the apartments, 5 minutes, next. In 2 hours, they done. 22 units that they were working about. I stayed there till 5 o'clock, and I said I cannot stay there anymore. I'm tired. And they said, "Don't worry, we'll stay a little bit longer." So it took them entire day to complete inspection of 22 units, which is unreal to my taste.
And they did a pretty good job. You know, they wrote everything down.
For every defects they find it, it's always the point for retrading, actually,
Renegotiate, yeah.
renegotiating. So we'll see. Anyone else? I don't want to hold people for nothing, but if someone has a question, please go forward, ask.
Jonathan, you good? Any more questions?
I'm good, thanks.
All right. Okay, guys. Whoever wants to learn a little bit more, if you need, I can put that information back, so you can take a screenshot, or you can write down QR code. I mean, take the QR code, write down our information. And thank you very much to everyone who took time to spend this with us today.
Great, and also want to add something, like even if you have any questions, we might hold another Zoom meeting next Thursday, same time.
Same time, same link, right?
Yeah, join, ask the questions, because sometimes it takes time to think about information which been presented. And we're gonna be next Thursday out here waiting, and we'll be glad to see you again and answer more questions.
Oh, you know what? I do have another quick question.
Sure.
So curious, how long was the negotiation period from the time that you found this property? And as far as the original asking price, where did you guys fall in that
Okay.
process?
All right. They put it on the market for 3.6. We got that property back in March, I believe. First information, even though that they didn't have it. They didn't put in the market. It's off-market deal. So we got it from our current broker. So that's never touched. It's never shows up on any market. And we were negotiating for probably a month and a half. Then we send all that. First of all, that's how the process goes. We negotiate the price based on our LOI. They accept our LOI. They draw the purchase and sales agreement. We send that agreement to our attorneys. Oh, by the way, that's another expenses that we already have in it. It's more than $7,000 as of today. So our attorney negotiate with their attorney back and forth at least for 4 weeks. And finally, in June, July 15, we signed that agreement. The biggest hurdle was that discussion about when the due diligence time will start. It took like probably 2 weeks. Because as I said, technically speaking, either you will give us 45, 50 days for due diligence, or due diligence will start only when we receive last piece of documents, because legally you can give us your rent roll on day 29 and you will be within the law, but we cannot do anything with this document. So that's why it was critical. And finally they said, we gave up, we agreed. So that's why it took a little bit longer. So from March, I believe from March till July.
Nice.
Working on that every day.
Every day, like every 3 hours, they send the emails, and call every 2 hours.
Yeah.
That's fun business.
So every 15 minutes they charging about, it's a cheap attorney, they charging $350 an hour. Normally people that would be looking for $400, $500 per hour. So just keep it in mind for those who might think that is easy business and it's no risk involved. It is. At this point, nobody is working for free. Attorney will get their money, our money at risk. The inspector will get their money. So all here. We try to be as transparent as possible so we can answer any questions up to the penny.
Sounds good. And then last but not least, I do have someone that's joined the call and so they weren't privy to our last week's call. But if you can just reiterate the amount of money that you guys have put in so far on this deal personally.
At this point, we put 30,000 EMD, earnest money deposit. We put 7,500 for attorneys. We will put about between $50 to $100 per door for inspection. That's another $5,000 maybe. We will put travel and expenses. That's another $5,000 back and forth. So altogether, it's about $50,000 out of our pocket already.
No, plus it's gonna be since it's a summer loan, we need to pay for application.
Application that we'll have to file. Yeah, good point.
100 attorney, bank attorney is gonna be another 7,500. Plus it's gonna be another 3,500 for what is it? Not the survey, topography, engineering report.
Engineering report. Yeah, overall it's 15.5.
Another 15,000. It's all coming out of our pocket. So that's the thing. We have really good skin in the game, and that's. I mean, I'm always like saying it shows that we're serious. We got our money in, and we wouldn't put our money in something which we don't believe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes people have assumption about people who is buying the property. They say like, "Oh, you can invest, you can get the money." What we're trying to do, we're trying to show that what we're putting in before anyone else, and
we have to fall in love with numbers before we can fall in love with property.
it's all about numbers. It's all about a relationship with the management company and strong analyzation of the market. It's very
after all, people put in money not in the project but in people like us. So we have to deserve your trust. That's important one.
Also, what I wanted to add about the banks. The banks giving us the money, it doesn't really matter. They assuming the loan or they write the new loan. The first place, they looking at us as a business. So all the documents we get in our profit and loss for a few years, T12, all rentals, leases, the bank's checking. And if the bank sees that the property ain't gonna generate the money for us to be able to pay them, they're not gonna issue the loan. So they're giving us loan as a business. So they are number one.
If you just
institution
think about it,
everything,
just think about it from other perspective. That's how we look at that. The bank will require 5.53%. We offer an investor 7%, even though the bank giving us 70% of the purchase price. So the bank is our friend. That's how we look at that.
Right.
And being on the buying side is a beautiful thing because, especially when it comes to Freddie Mac and CBRE is a current lender. CBRE does underwriting in such a way that you can. I am because I already had that experience. I enjoy that because they squeeze in every penny out of the seller. So every single 20 days they asking for updates, they asking for the rents, they asking for the expenses. I love it. So we consider bank as our friend, the biggest investor, by the way. Yeah. Look. We can talk about it all day long, but I don't know if anyone else doesn't have any questions. We can always continue next time. If everyone agree, I think it was entertaining. A lot of music, a lot of videos. It's a power of AI. I'm fascinated by AI, by the way, but that's a different discussion. Anyway, thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy your weekend and recording. Whoever wants to have a recording, will have that recording processed and probably by tomorrow or day after.
Thank you, guys. Great job.
Thank you. Thank you, David.
Thanks for the music.